So front headlock, the primary position, right, is going to be one under the armpit and one inside, right, for the basic stuff. And then you're going to have probably this grip. That's 90% of the time you're going to catch people here and you're going to want to be heavy there. Now, depending on which way how they want to defend is what attack you're going to go, right? If they start just staying there a lot of times, I'll start working towards this angle, and then you got your darts, right? You can just break them down, and you can hit your darts from there. The other thing you can do, obviously, is aim the conduct, where you catch it below the elbow, you bring it in, your head goes under them, all the way around, catch it, you choke.
It's choke day.
Yeah. Last thing, guillotine. If you want to go the guillotine route, right? You've already got a good lock on this.
Where I'm pushing.
Yeah, if he pushes into me and he drives, right, you're going to come back and catch. And the big thing on the guillotines, which will go first, is you're not pulling back. When I pull back, you can see how easy his head pops in. A lot of people think that. Now, if you have no arm or arm out, yeah, you can pull back because it's hard. Arm in, you do not pull back. It's super easy. What you actually want to do is think about driving his chin into this inside leg. And as you do that, I'll make him tap really quick. That's the big key on this. Elbow high. So think about, here, just like this. Elbow high, this elbow in. And think about crunching him inside. It's the same idea as the anaconda and all those. When you catch somebody and you're coming in, right, and you're trying to catch them, you're not going to finish it from way out here and pull them apart. Let's do it again. All right, so you were here, right? He drives into you. Catch this inside because you don't want him to come on this side. If he comes on that side, it's over.
This way?
Yeah. Right, if he comes all the way over. If he goes that way, it doesn't really matter, right? He can fall, he can go outside, it doesn't really matter. I'm going to finish him from there. Leg over the top because people will try to roll through. So if he tries to roll right, you can catch him. And I've got a good grip between this leg on here and keep him down. And then as soon as he stops, crunch it. All right?
Yeah, you want to be kind of hugging him almost.
Yeah, good point. Yeah, when you have like this side of your shin on his heel and the top end, you're going to use your legs to squeeze him. You want that full control, and that full control will allow you to kind of squeeze in, and as you crunch everything in. So try to get everything as tight as you can, and put his chin into that far knee. Questions? Anybody want to see it one more time?
If they do get over to the other side and they're trying to bump through, what would you want to do?
Let go. As soon as he starts going over, so there's another choke, and we could get into that if we want. I'll get into that after this one, that you can set up. But if you have a full guillotine and he starts hopping the other side, you want to let go. There's nothing you can do. You're not going to win that fight. Let go and start working to something else. Yeah. If we, so let's say he drives into me, and I catch him here and he steps over. Yeah. Unless you can shove this down and come up and get a garce, that's an option, but chances are if he's already past that side, he's already high. You've already lost that fight. Yeah, if you start feeling it as he's coming, let go and start framing and fight for something else. Cool. Everybody going to guillotine? Yeah. So we're just going to do, have your partner drive into you, catch it up, and then squeeze it. Right? Think about driving his chin far away. Cool? Ready? 1, 2, 3. This is an interesting one where it's called, I think it's called the revolver, and they do it from the twisted fister. There's a whole bunch of weird words that go around. Essentially, it breaks all the rules of the guillotine to where if they get to the opposite side, it's actually good. You can finish it and actually makes it really strong. I think I've gone over this a long time ago. So, here, turn around. So you think about this kind of grip, and you're under here, and you can catch this. And then when I'm here, I'm going to grab as high up as you can, but from a guillotine position, right? So when I'm here, I'm going to catch this up into him, and I'm going to grab this grip, right? And then as he, so I'm here, and I got it. He steps to this side, the good side. Keep going all the way. Right, you can come here and you can really you're gonna squeeze the whole time. Chances are by the time you get over, it's already gone.
Yeah, that almost. It's like, woo!
Yeah, you can't really stop it, right?
No.
Okay.
It's like you want to go because you don't want to try to fight it.
All right, so the thing about when you're catching, it's kind of like an uppercut, right? You can start here. You want to be here whenever you're actually kind of doing the punch choke. I like to start here because a lot of times people will bury their chin and you can't get it, but if you come under, you can find it in there. And see, once you're in there, you can grab it, and then as he passes over, right, you're going to try to squeeze, squeeze, squeeze.
No, I'm not grabbing, sorry. Go.
Go. And then walk around. You'll fall over. You can go to mount, but you don't really have to. It's a good one too. Like sometimes if you're in side control, you can actually catch it if you catch somebody or you feel somebody going for the von flu. The only problem is if you don't catch it, they're gonna von flu you. So it's kind of high risk, high reward. It's a neat choke. We'll go over it real short because it's kind of weird. You're not gonna catch it a lot. But if you get good at it and you get good at finding where their neck is, you can even hit it standing. A lot of times as you stand, you can hit it and roll under. Because a lot of times, like, if you've ever seen trying to guillotine somebody standing, it's so easy to step to the side, right? I mean, guillotine, standing.
Right, no matter how hard he squeezes, if I just come here, I'm going to win this every time. Right, but
if he does this one that we're just doing,
so I roll it up this way.
yeah.
Then I catch it.
Now squeeze. Now.
Okay.
It don't matter which way you step. So, anybody need to see it again? One more time.
Just the grip.
Just the grip. Here, I'll just do it from your knees. So think about uppercutting in here. And you want like, you don't need to be straight underneath them, almost a little bit to the side like a punch choke. All right, that's kind of the aim you gotta think. So come here, and then it's the guillotine, and then you can finish it really anywhere, but the higher up you can on your wrist, the better it is. So that, yeah, ideally if you can catch like this kind of meaty part of your hand, that's where you want your fingers. You can finish it here. Anything further than that, it's going to be kind of hard to get the same kind of torque into it. You can catch it here. So think about coming up here, go around, and then catch your own hand. And then it's just a guillotine. Yeah. Yeah, and then if he does step to the right side, right, you can go underneath him, just like in Honda. Finish it. Cool? Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. So, first off, have you ever seen how to get out Peruvian?
Yeah, you like raise the leg.
This is a better way. Just put your head in the guy's dick. I'm serious.
Yeah.
If your head is straight in with him, he can't Peruvian you. As soon as you feel somebody jump, just drive your head into their crotch. And they'll never
Like you're trying to burrow.
Just, yeah, you want to be straight up. Because think about Peruvian, you need to be from the side, you got to have both legs up. So like if you ever get caught, you can go ahead and try Peruvian. It's this, it's arm as well.
Yeah. So step a little this way. Right, as soon as he does this, just drive in. And just keep following it.
Until you want to decide which other way you want out, right? I know that sounds weird. Like even once you're caught, like you can start fighting that leg, but think about driving your head in. And as long as you keep driving your head in, they can't do it.
So you just go to the center.
Yeah. It's a weird one where like it's so simple. Like if you start feeling people get good at it, or you know somebody does that a lot, just think about it. As soon as they start coming up on you, just drive your head in their crotch. Very simple. But we will go over it. So the Peruvian, because of that same reason, right? Think about how you get out is that way. So you want to cut a corner, right? If you can cut a corner, you can come in. A lot of times what I used to do is I'd come on this one, and as you come up, it's going to drive them back. But you still want to be at somewhere in the corner. As soon as he comes straight up, it's over. It's gone.
So you want to be off like 45.
Yeah, a lot of times what you can do here is to set it up is like, let's say you're like coming up on your right, like somebody's really strong, right? And their elbows are real wide, you're not going darces, you're not going anaconda. You can kind of drag them down and then step over. And if you start kind of trying to bait it, like he's high up, right? And you're thinking about coming here and they're not really doing it, just drag, step over. And if you can, cross your feet. Sorry. I was reading. Right? So like ideally if you could if you get it here, and as this comes over, just think about trying to cross your feet. Even if you don't get there, it's fine, but just keep going. Eventually you'll get
Time
there.
to cross all the way?
At the very end, yeah.
I was gonna say, 'cause it felt like it was like getting tighter. So
It's a same grip as the guillotine. So when you're catching it, you can drag them down. Think about the back of your thigh over his neck. That's the first step. The second one, throwing it over, that's obviously important. But the most important part is getting that leg behind that thigh. So like if I come here right now, I drag him down, it makes it super easy to pull this in and then step over. Now that I've got him on this side, my idea too is I want to keep cutting this angle because if he drives into me, I lose that leg, right?
which way? That way?
No, that you did it right. So think about when you're here, you're trying to drag him this way, and then that way it allows you to fall back and drag this one over. And you'll feel the side. And this is one of those ones where if they don't tap right away, just hold it for a minute. Sometimes it's a slow squeeze, and it'll eventually tap. I think there's anything else. The other thing too is honestly, if you can jump into it, it's even better. So like, I won't squeeze hard.
Right.
So like if you throw it down, a lot of people will jump, they'll go. Because they don't have time to cut that angle. Right? A lot of people, when they teach, like they say, okay, come over, and then step back and throw the other leg over. By that time, the guy's already drilled and then it's over. So think about if you could drag them down and then just step into the fall and catch, curl. Questions?
Do you like to use the vice grip ever doing that, finishing? Or do you like switch to the easy?
I just do this one. Yeah. I don't know how you could do another one. I know too, once you come up, if you kind of try to pull your elbow up, sometimes it'll help tighten it. But a lot of times, if you hit it just right, or you catch it, you just squeeze. Squeeze, try to cross your feet. Cool? You want to see it? You good?
Let's try it.
You want to see it? You want to hear it?
Just cut. I want to see the down one. No, I'm kidding. With the legs crossed. No. Sorry.
So think about like, if go up high on your hands before you go. So think about if he's hard here, right, and you're just think about pulling him down, pulling him to the outside.
Yeah, I never thought of it.
And then that way, I mean, that's so, it's already, it's right there. And then that way, when you step over, and you can cross.
Yeah, that's it right there.
Right? He crosses right there. I'm just like,
Yeah, if you've got the flexibility to cross or the wing, do it. But yeah, think about when you're dragging out, dragging to the outside. And that way, you kind of drag into it, and it's right there.
yeah, that seems like a better way to clear.
Yeah, instead of like, if they're up here and you're trying to like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it feels like people will see that a mile away.
They would,
Yeah.
they would. And as soon as people do that, like if I'm here, as soon as I see that leg come up, I'm like, okay. You know, and then you start working out for free. Cool. Ready? 1, 2, 3.